Hi friends, it's Mr. Whalen. I am back again with another story. Another new one to me. Every now and then I bring out old favorites. I got an old favorite coming up, but this one was new. I looked at this, oh, it was clever. Clever. It reminded me a little of Lady and the Tramp, except this has a girl and her dog instead of two dogs. This book is called Stay. A girl, a dog, and a bucket list. Who's heard of a bucket list? Bucket list is like a list. Originally what I heard of it, it was like a list of things you wanted to do before you die. The stuff you gotta get done while you're alive, and you gotta do these things, it's on your bucket list. And some people say, well, there's things they want to do before they're too old, or things they want to do while they're still living in one spot before they move. It's on their bucket list. Something you want to do before something big happens so you can't do it anymore. Gotta get it done. That's a bucket list. This is by Kate Klise. Klise, K-L-I-S-E. Could be Klise, could be Klise. Kate Klise, illustrated by Sarah Klise. So, same last name. Again, we just had a book like that by somebody who could have been father and son. These might be mother-daughter, maybe they're sisters, maybe they're partners. I don't know. They have the same last name, so it seems to me that they might be related somehow. So, one wrote the words, one did the pictures. This was a really sweet book and interesting idea, especially for people who have pets. So, let's read this book and see what it was about. I looked at the cover, I saw a girl having a spaghetti dinner with her dog, and I thought, that's kind of unusual. And what about having a bucket list with your dog? I wonder what this book could be about. Stay. A Girl, a Dog, and a Bucket List by Kate Klise, illustrated by Sarah Klise. When Astrid came home from the hospital, Eli was there waiting. He was Astrid's first friend. In time, Eli also became Astrid's personal bodyguard, her favorite pillow, and sometimes her best hiding place. Astrid and Eli had many things in common. They lived in the same house, ate at the same table, and slept in the same bed. There was only one difference. Astrid was a girl, and Eli was a boy. And a dog. As they grew older, Astrid began to notice other differences. "I'm getting bigger than you," she said. "Yes," thought Eli, "but I'm getting older than you." It was true. For every birthday Astrid celebrated, Eli had the equivalent of 6 or 7 birthdays, sometimes 8. Dogs get older faster than people. Their bodies age faster. When Astrid was 6, she was still a young girl, but Eli was an old dog. By then, Astrid noticed it too. "You walk so slowly now," Astrid told Eli one day at the beginning of summer. 6 is old for some dogs, not as old for others, but he's probably a little older than 6. They stopped in the park to buy a bucket of popcorn. "Popcorn is nice," said Astrid, "but let's pretend we're eating spaghetti with meatballs." "Spaghetti with meatballs," thought Eli. "That sounds delicious." After they finished their snack, Astrid took Eli to the playground. "Eli," Astrid said, "have you ever been down a slide? You really should before you get too old." So with Astrid's help, Eli slid down the sun-warmed slide. That was fun, Eli thought. Who knew? "I'm going to make a list," Astrid said, "of all the things you should do before you get too old. We can do everything on the list together." The first thing on the bucket list was a bike ride. "I'm not sure I can teach you how to ride a bike," Astrid told Eli the next day, "but I can give you a ride on mine." And she did. "This is better than riding in a car," Eli thought. The next day, Astrid took Eli to the library, where they checked out lots of books about dogs. "I don't know why I've never read to you before," said Astrid. "I'm glad I put this on your bucket list." "Me too," thought Eli, who enjoyed looking at the pictures. A week later, they went to see a movie. Astrid asked special permission from the owner. "I'll be quiet," Eli promised. They're seeing Lassie, which is a movie about a dog, of course. They came home and slept under the stars until it started raining. Then they went inside. Eli slept with Astrid under the covers. That was also on the bucket list. The following week, Astrid gave Eli a bubble bath. After that, she brushed his clean fur for a full hour. "Look how handsome you are," Astrid said. "I am handsome," Eli thought. "I'm also very old." It was true. Astrid knew it too, so she added one more thing to the bucket list. The last treat would be a surprise for Eli. On Saturday night, Astrid took Eli to a restaurant for dinner. "2 plates of spaghetti with meatballs," Astrid told the waiter. When their meals arrived, Astrid beamed. "This is what you deserve for being the best friend in the world." "It is delicious," thought Eli. "But I wish we were having popcorn in the park." As weeks passed, Eli's fur faded from gray to white. His eyesight became weak. His legs often ached. He no longer had the strength to walk in the park. So they stayed home and remembered their happy times together. "Is there anything else you want to do before you get too old?" Astrid asked. "Anything at all? Whatever it is, I'll add it to the bucket list." "This," thought Eli. "Just this." Being with Astrid was the only thing left on Eli's bucket list. It was the only thing that had ever been on Eli's bucket list. No. If only we could stay like this forever. Very sweet story. Okay, grown-ups, go get your Kleenex now. Go dab the eyes a little bit. You know, it's a very sweet story. So, pet owners out there, dogs, cats, anyone. I know some people, we have 5 cats at my house. Don't tell it 5. Anyway, you know, it's a very sweet story about a girl and her dog, and some of us have dogs, like I said, cats, hamsters, birds, lizards, tarantulas, whatever pets you have. We get really attached to our pets. And, you know, it's neat to be able to do different things with our pets, but it's important to remember that the pet, no matter what we do with them, what they want to do is be with us. And we like to be with them. And it's always special time with a pet if they're close to you. So, and yeah, I thought that was a very sweet story about a girl and her dog. So, hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed reading it, and I will see you next time.